ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا.
Israel, a 3,000-year story of promise, exile, and war. There is a land no larger than a speck on the map, and yet it has shaped empires, inspired religions, and ignited wars that still burn today. Kings have died for it. Empires have collapsed trying to control it. And for over 3,000 years, people have called it home. But here's the question that refuses to die. Who does this land really belong to? Is it a promise made by God to a chosen people, or a homeland shared by generations who never left? To understand the present, we must journey deep into the past, to a time before Israel, before religion, before history itself was written, long before the name Israel existed. This land was known as Canaan, a crossroads of civilizations. Armies marched through it, traders crossed it, empires desired it. Why? Because Canaan sat at the intersection of three continents: Africa, Asia, Europe. Control this land, and you control movement, trade, power. But beyond geography, this land would soon become something more, something sacred: the arrival of Abraham. Around 2000 BCE, a man leaves his home in Mesopotamia. His name is Abraham. He is not a king, not a warrior, but his story will outlive empires. According to ancient tradition, he hears the voice of God: "Leave your land and go to a place I will show you." And then, a promise: "I will give this land to your descendants." This moment is where history and faith collide. Because from Abraham, three great religions will emerge: Judaism, Christianity, Islam, all tied to this same land. Already, the seeds of both unity and conflict are planted. When generations pass, Abraham's descendants grow into a people, but famine drives them into Egypt. At first, they are welcomed. Then, they are enslaved. For centuries, they suffer, until one man rises: Moses, the reluctant leader. He is raised in a palace, but belongs to the oppressed. His name is Moses, and according to tradition, God calls him to do the impossible: confront Pharaoh, free the slaves. What follows is one of the most powerful stories ever told: plagues, defiance, miracles, and finally, freedom. The Exodus. The Israelites flee Egypt. Behind them, the most powerful army in the world. Ahead of them, the Red Sea. And then, the sea parts. A moment that defines identity, not just escape, but transformation. From slaves to a people chosen with a covenant and a destiny. The wilderness years. But freedom comes with a cost. For 40 years, they wander. In the desert, they struggle. They doubt. They question. And here, something critical happens. They are given laws, commandments, a moral code. This is where Israel becomes more than a people. It becomes a nation defined by belief. When they finally return to Canaan, they do not find an empty land. They find cities, fortresses, armies. The conquest is long and violent. Battles are fought, territories taken. But unity is fragile. For years, they exist as loose tribes. No king, no central authority, only survival. Eventually, the people demand a king. They want strength, stability, protection. Saul, the first king. Saul is chosen, but his reign is troubled. And soon, another rises. David, warrior and king. David, a shepherd boy who becomes a legend. He defeats giants, wins wars, unites the tribes. And most importantly, he captures Jerusalem, a city that will become the heart of everything: political power, religious identity, symbol of a nation. Solomon, the builder. After David comes Solomon. His reign brings peace and prosperity, and he builds something monumental: the first temple, a sacred place, the center of worship, the symbol of divine presence. For the first time, Israel stands unified, strong, and stable. But it won't last. After Solomon's death, the kingdom fractures. Two rival states emerge: Israel, north; Judah, south. Division breeds weakness, and weakness invites invasion, the Assyrian destruction. The northern kingdom falls first. The Assyrians destroy it, its people scattered, lost to history. The Babylonian catastrophe. Then comes Babylon. Jerusalem is besieged, the walls fall, the temple burns, and everything is destroyed. And the people are taken into exile. In Babylon, they are far from home. No temple, no kingdom. And yet, they survive. They adapt. They preserve their identity through faith. This is where something extraordinary happens. Israel becomes a people that can exist even without land. The return under Persia. Then, a shift. The Persian king Cyrus conquers Babylon, and he allows the Jews to return. Jerusalem is rebuilt. The second temple rises. Hope returns, but independence does not. The land becomes a prize once again. First the Greeks, then the Romans. Cultures clash, beliefs are tested. The Maccabean revolt. A rebellion restores brief independence, but it is short-lived. Rome's iron grip. Rome takes control. Tensions rise. Revolt erupts. And in 70 AD, Rome crushes Jerusalem. The temple is destroyed. Again, the Jewish people are scattered across continents, across cultures. For nearly 2,000 years, they live as outsiders, sometimes tolerated, often persecuted. But they never forget, never stop hoping, never stop saying, "Next year in Jerusalem." Meanwhile, the land does not remain empty. It is ruled by Byzantines, Islamic caliphates, Crusaders, Ottomans, and for centuries, Arab communities live there, build there, call it home. So now, the story becomes more complex, because this land is no longer claimed by one people alone. In the 19th century, a movement begins: Zionism, a return to the ancestral homeland. But the land is already inhabited, and tension begins. The British Mandate. After World War I, Britain takes control and makes a promise: a Jewish homeland, but also commitments to Arab inhabitants. Two promises: one land. A collision is inevitable. Violence grows. Communities clash. Trust collapses. Then in 1948, Israel is declared a state. War erupts instantly. Neighboring nations invade. Israel survives. But the conflict begins, and it has never truly ended. This is not just the story of a nation. It is the story of belief, of memory, of identity. A story where history and faith are inseparable, where the past is never truly past, and where one small piece of land continues to shape the destiny of the world. And perhaps the question is not who owns the land, but can those who claim it ever learn to share it? If this story opened your eyes, then you're going to want to understand the rest of history the way it was meant to be told. Subscribe to History Codex, where we don't just tell history, we reveal the stories behind it. And before you go, tell me in the comments, who do you think this land truly belongs to? Because history depends on who is telling the story.